Alright, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for a Monday afternoon video right here on Metal God 669. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. No big intros, as always. It's time to get serious on this Monday afternoon, September the 30th, 2024. Hope everybody's having a great day around the world and on YouTube or wherever you may be. But it is not a happy day for three people. And really quickly, I want to just do this video. So we lost three people in the span of pretty much 2 days. We lost two people today, which I'll get to in a second. And then we lost a big part of my childhood. I loved watching this soap opera since pretty much the 90s. But we'll get to him in a little bit. But today we lost legendary basketball player Dikembe Mutombo. The man who used to wag his finger, no, get that out of here. I'm Mutombo. So, Mount Mutombo, Dikembe Mutombo has passed away at the age of 58. Young guy. Due to brain cancer. I didn't even know that. That was crazy. So yeah, Dikembe Mutombo passed away today at the age of 58 due to brain cancer, according to the NBA. He was inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame in 2015, 8-time NBA All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, winner 4 times, played with the Nuggets. We all remember he played for the Nuggets, played for the Knicks at one point. Yeah, he played for the Knicks, ladies and gentlemen, if you're in New York. I don't remember most of that. But he was selected 4th in the NBA draft by the Nuggets in 94. Never won a title. Also played for the Hawks, the 76ers, the then New Jersey Nets, which are now the Brooklyn Nets, even though they don't really play, well, they do play in the Barclays Center, but they suck. The Knicks, and then finally the Houston Rockets. He established the Mount Mutombo Foundation in 1997 with a mission to improve education and quality of life in his native DRC, I think that's the Dominican Republic, or somewhere in Africa, I think. In 2022, he was being treated for a brain tumor in Atlanta, but sadly, he passed away today, surrounded by his family. And Commissioner Adam Silver issued a statement today saying, Dikembe Mutombo was simply larger than life on the court. He was one of the greatest shot blockers and defensive players in the history of the NBA. Off the floor, he poured his heart and soul into helping others. So there'll probably be a moment of silence in the beginning of the season for Dikembe Mutombo. I assume that the Hawks and really the Nuggets are gonna, I don't know if they have done it yet, but his jersey will be lifted to the rafters and everything. But we'll see what happens with that during the season. But a great player. I remember him from all the times that he was on the Nuggets. He was also on the Hawks. I remember one, that if you watch the Michael Jordan documentary or any videos with Michael Jordan where he's like, hey, Mutombo, watch this. And he closed his eyes and hit the foul shot with his eyes closed. I think he dunked on Mutombo a couple of times. Because Mutombo's like, what, 7 feet tall? I don't know how accurate that is. But I think he's 7 feet 2, 7 feet 4, somewhere around that area. He's a big man. And he always go like this. Anytime he rejected somebody, no, not in my house. And then he did those State Farm commercials where he's like, I think it was State Farm or Geico, where he's like batting the ball from people, and he's like, no, not in my house. That was always funny. I liked that. But sadly, he passed away today at the age of 58. And that's it. Also, we just found out on CNN that Kris Kristofferson, legendary country singer, he passed away today at the age of 88 years old. I think he sang Lady in Red. I could be wrong on that. Let me just look up his little stats before I have to get out of here. I have to run out to the doctor. Yeah, so he passed away at the age of 88. I'm trying to get the cause of death, if I can. But as always, my computer has to slow down, but that's what it is. Sometimes the website don't load properly. Alright, hopefully we get... Okay. Alright, so he's a Rhodes Scholar. He passed away at his home in Maui. That's in Hawaii, dumbasses. At the age of 88. No cause of death as of right now. He died peacefully, surrounded by his family. He was an actor in Alice Don't Live Here Anymore, starring Barbara Streisand, in the 1976 movie A Star Is Born. Acted alongside Wesley Snipes in Blade. I don't even remotely remember him being in that movie, but he was a country singer, had a few hits with Willie Nelson. Some songs influenced our good friend Bob Crillin. Yeah, Bob Dylan Crillin. That guy. And I'm not making fun, I'm just being nice. Him and Rosanna Cash were at Willie Nelson's 90th birthday celebration last year in Los Angeles, California, singing Loving Her Was Easier Than Anything I'll Ever Do Again. But I thought he had other hits. Like Sailing, maybe I might be wrong. Maybe it was Christopher Cross, not Kristofferson, but I get it mixed up, I'm sorry, but in any case. But yeah, he was a great man, and sadly he passed away at 88, but he was in A Star Is Born with Barbara in 1976 when she was on the rise. His 1989 album Third World Warrior was focused on Central America and what inspired the United States policy, bring there, stuff like that. Yeah, I was thinking of Kris Kristofferson, Christopher Cross, who sang Sailing, and I think Lady in Red. So, I got it mixed up, so I apologize for that. But, in any case, my heartfelt condolences go out to Dikembe Mutombo's family, and Kris Kristofferson's family as well, on the untimely passing of their loved one. And, finally, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a Days of Our Lives fan, if you watch the show religiously, like I have back in the 90s, not so much now, because you barely can find it, unless you're on the Soap Opera Network. Well, one of the main characters in Days of Our Lives, John Block, otherwise known as his real name, Drake Hogstein, or Hoggeston, I can't pronounce his name, Drake Hodgson, or John Block, died yesterday at the age of 70 years old. And, like I said, he played John Block. He died right before his 71st birthday. Ugh, that sucks. But yeah, legendary actor, was born September the 29th, 1953. And for those of you who actually remember him, he played John Block, who was married to our precious Doc, Marlena, and he would always get tortured and destroyed by Stefano Di Mera! The great villain we all know and love, Stefano Di Mera, and his family, basically, were just, going after John Block, they're going after Bo Brady, and everybody else, basically, until Stefano died. But well, he dies and then he comes back, like, he's like a robot, not a robot, he's like a villain, like a horror villain, like it never can kill, but he had other roles, but his main role was in Days of Our Lives as John Black, and it was supposed to be a short-term role, became a long-term role as, he became, married, divorced. It was like going back and forth with him and Marlena, played by Deidre Hall. And it was like every week, almost every day that you watch Days of Our Lives, something was going on with Marlena, John Black, Roman, Marlena's ex-husband at the time, I think, and Stefano Di Mera, Vincenzo, I think his name is Vincenzo or Vincent. It was a great show. I missed those days, but, Marlena and John Black were like the poster child, the greatest couple in the history of couples on Days of Our Lives, and in soap opera history. It was just like, it was a... Marlena left the show in 1987, but then came back a bunch of times. It was great. It was just great. He played John Black through 2009 when both he and Deidre Hall were dropped from the cast. Why would you do that? Because of budget cuts, really. They were rehired in 2011, and then, he experienced brain injuries in May of 2016, kept him off the show for months. Then he came back to work in 2017. Him and Joe Mascolo, who played Stefano Di Mera, who passed away in 2016. That was sad when that day that happened, when the actual actor Stefano Di Mera passed away. And then pretty much the Stefano Di Mera, Brady's, and John Black saga kind of finished. Though the children of Stefano Di Mera are now just running amok on the show, but it is what it is. Hodgson is survived by his wife Victoria. They have 4 children: Rachel, Ben, Whitney, Alexandra, and their partners, and 7 grandchildren. So, sad day for people that watch soap operas, including myself, back in the day. But it is what it is. So, to Drake Hodgstein, or Hodgstein, I'm sorry I mispronounced his name, but I'll just say his character name, to Jean Blac, and Kris Kristofferson, and Dikembe Mutombo, my heartfelt prayers and condolences go out to them, and their families, their fans. Not a great last 2 days in the world of sports, music, and television. So, as I always do in my Rest in Peace videos, my tribute videos, which are not for clout, and if you think that, you need to get your head examined. But it is what it is. So, my heartfelt condolences, and here's a toast to all 3 of those great people. Hopefully they rest in peace. And that's it. Alright guys, I gotta get out of here. Thanks for watching, and until next time, be true to yourself, be nice to each other, and if not, well, that's too bad. And that's it, but stay true to yourself, live life at 90%, the other 10%, well, we don't know yet, but just live life every day, because we don't know when it will be our last day, and that's all I gotta say about that. Alright, I'll be back later, probably with your, Monday Night Raw review for tonight, the final 3-hour show on the USA Network, because next week, which is October the 7th, will be the start of their 2-hour 2 hours on Raw, beginning from 8 to 10 on the USA Network, up until the end of the year, and then they probably be going back to 3 hours when they go to Netflix. Well, who knows with that yet, but they might still stay on 2 hours when they go to Netflix, and then SmackDown, tentatively right now, going to 3 hours on January the 2nd of 2025. But we'll see what happens with all that tonight. should be some good stuff. They got the Hell in a Cell cage, which is back to silver. Thank the Lord for that. That's been seen in the arena. It's hanging above the ring. We'll see what happens with that. With CM Puke and Drew McIntyre. Because this is the go-home show before Bad Blood this weekend. Mommy Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. See what they do tonight. With Dom Dom gonna be put in a cage high above the ring. Not that cage, not the Hell in a Cell, but he's gonna be locked in a shark cage. Not that that's gonna do anything. And Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan's match. We'll see what happens with that. We got Rey Mysterio and Xavier Woods tonight. See what happens with that situation. And a whole lot more tonight on Monday Night Raw, your, well, soon-to-be 2-hour cure for insomnia. So for now it's 3, then it goes to 2. So maybe you catch up on your sleep. But then again, Raw can put you to sleep in 2 hours. But it is what it is. So we'll talk about that tonight. Mets, down the drain they go. Bye-bye, so long, farewell. Losing 3-0 in Game 1 of the doubleheader. So they have to win Game 2. Or it was pretty much over. Now, I don't know who's going to even be pitching Game 2 for the Mets to get in. They're thinking about a Triple A starter. They're thinking about a spot starter like Budo. They had to win this first game, and they blew it. McGill pitched his heart out, but gave up 3 runs in 6, 7 innings, and the Mets just got walloped by Schellenbach. Gave up, I think, one or 2 hits. 2 hits! That's horrible! Mets deserve not to be in the playoffs now. They deserve it, because that's what they do. Choke when it matters the most. Like other teams I know. Yankee fans, you know. But we got that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully the Mets win Game 2. Even if they have a crappy starter or Severino pitches tonight, the second game. They're not. The Braves are not going to pitch Chris Sale because I think they already clinched the 5th seed. So they're going to face the Padres tomorrow with Chris Sale on the mound. So they're going to probably have a spot starter and they don't really give a shit game. But right now the Diamondbacks are pretty happy right now, but they still got a game left, which is right after the first game ends. So we'll see what happens later on today with the Mets. Like I said, hopefully they win. If not, bye-bye, so long, farewell, tea time at 10 a.m. tomorrow in Florida with a whole bunch of other teams. And then we have to wait for the Yankees to play on Saturday against Kansas City or Baltimore. But we'll see how that goes starting tomorrow. But we'll see. Still praying for a Mets win today. I doubt they'll come back from this game, but they're down 3-0 right now. But we'll see. Alright, I really gotta go, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace!